Welcome to Dakota Daily. This episode is brought to you by Idea Data. Want to stay ahead in AI and tech? Try Idea Data. Join thousands of professionals in AI, tech, and business, from Fortune 500 companies like IBM, MetLife, Amazon, and more. Get smarter on AI, tech, and new markets with our newsletter. The link is in the show notes. All right, buckle up, because today we are diving deep into all the trends every entrepreneur needs to know. We got a whole stack of recent articles, and they paint a fascinating picture of what's changing in the business world. It's like a roadmap almost for the future.
Absolutely. And it's not just about, identifying what the trends are. It's about understanding why they matter and how entrepreneurs can use them to their advantage.
Exactly.
That's what we're going to unpack today.
Okay, so let's jump right in. One of the first things that jumped out at me was this article from ethrworld.com. They're talking about a major shift in hiring practices, moving away from traditional qualifications and focusing more on what they call adaptable learners.
Yeah, it's a fascinating evolution. I mean, for a long time, industries really prioritized specific experience and degrees from elite institutions.
Right.
But in today's rapidly changing market, those traditional markers of success, they're becoming less relevant.
Yeah.
Companies are realizing that the ability to adapt, learn new skills quickly, and think creatively is far more valuable than just having a long list of credentials.
So what does this mean for entrepreneurs who are building their teams? Should they just ditch the resume altogether and just start interviewing people based on their willingness to learn?
Well, I don't think it's quite that simple. Resumes still have their place, but I think the key takeaway here is that entrepreneurs need to broaden their definition of what makes a qualified candidate, Look for individuals who demonstrate curiosity, problem-solving skills, a passion for learning new things. Someone with a diverse background, even if it's not directly related to your industry, might bring fresh perspectives and unexpected solutions that someone with a more traditional background might miss.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing how that could be a real game changer, especially for startups that need to be agile and innovative. All right, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about AI. I mean, it's everywhere these days, and this article from Harvard Business Review really got me thinking. They're asking, can startups thrive in an age of AI? And I'm curious to hear your take on that.
It's a question that's on every entrepreneur's mind, and rightfully so. It's not about competing with AI, it's about leveraging it. AI isn't some monolithic entity that's going to replace human ingenuity. It's a powerful tool that, when used correctly, can help startups be more efficient, make better decisions, and even create entirely new products and services.
Okay, so I'm all for using tools to make things easier, but how is this actually playing out in the real world? What are some concrete examples of startups using AI to their advantage?
Well, one fascinating example is Investment Evolution Credit. They're using AI to shake up the UK consumer loan market. UK Investor magazine had a great piece on them. Essentially, they're leveraging AI to analyze huge amounts of data to assess credit risk more accurately.
So instead of relying on traditional credit scoring systems, which can be biased and limited in scope, they're using AI to get a more comprehensive picture of a borrower's financial health.
Precisely. This not only allows them to make more informed lending decisions, but it also opens up access to credit for individuals who might have been excluded by traditional models. It's a great example of how AI can be used to create a more inclusive and equitable financial system.
Okay, that's a powerful example. But I'm sure there are many other ways AI is impacting the startup landscape.
Absolutely. We're seeing startups using AI for everything from personalizing marketing campaigns and automating customer service to identifying new market opportunities and even developing entirely new products. For instance, imagine a fashion startup that uses AI to analyze customer data and create custom clothing designs tailored to individual preferences, or a food delivery service that uses AI to optimize delivery routes and reduce delivery times.
Entrepreneurs need to pay attention.
Without a doubt. The ability to effectively integrate AI into your business model will be a key differentiator in the years to come.
Okay. All right, moving on. There's this article in FinTech Futures talking about how open finance is reshaping the industry. Now, to be honest, that term sounds a bit jargony to me. What does it actually mean, for someone who isn't deep in the financial world?
At its core, open finance is about giving consumers more control over their financial data. It allows them to securely share their data with third-party apps and services, which can then use that data to provide personalized financial products and advice.
So instead of your financial data being siloed in different institutions, open finance allows you to connect it all and use it in a more holistic way.
Exactly. And this increased transparency and data portability have the potential to revolutionize the financial industry, creating more competition and empowering consumers with greater choice and control over their finances.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could be a game changer. But for entrepreneurs who aren't necessarily in the financial sector, is this something they should be paying attention to?
Definitely. While open finance is certainly having a major impact on traditional banking, its implications extend far beyond that. The key for entrepreneurs is to think creatively about how they can leverage the principles of open finance to improve their own industries.
Okay, can you give me an example? Like, how might this play out outside of the traditional financial world?
Imagine a fitness app that not only tracks your workouts and calories, but also connects to your financial data to analyze your spending habits and reward you for making healthy choices. Or a travel app that accesses your financial data to understand your spending patterns and automatically finds you the best deals on flights and hotels based on your preferences and budget.
Oh, okay, I see where you're going with this. It's not just about banking, it's about using data to create more personalized and engaging experiences across a wide range of industries.
Precisely. Open finance is about breaking down data silos and creating a more interconnected and data-driven ecosystem. And for entrepreneurs, this presents a wealth of opportunities to innovate and create new value for their customers. It really is a fascinating concept to think about. Now, with all this talk of disruption, I have to ask, is that just a buzzword or is it really happening everywhere?
Right. It feels like every article we've looked at mentions disruption. Is it really that widespread, or are we just caught up in the hype? Like, beyond tech, are we seeing this disruption in other industries too?
Disruption is definitely not limited to the tech sector. We're seeing it across multiple industries, from retail and healthcare to manufacturing and even chewing gum.
Wait, chewing gum? Seriously, I'm picturing like a tech-infused chewing gum that monitors your dental health or something. Tell me more about this chewing gum disruption.
There's a company called Milliways that's shaking up the French chewing gum market with a simple yet innovative concept: plastic-free chewing gum.
So they're tapping into the growing demand for sustainable and eco-friendly products. Smart move. But what about larger, more established companies? Are they being disrupted too, or are they immune to these trends?
Even the biggest companies are feeling the pressure to adapt and innovate. Take Kraft Heinz, for example. They're actually bringing back experienced leaders to help drive transformation and disruption within their organization.
That's interesting. So they're recognizing the value of experience, but not in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
They were looking for leaders who have been there, done that, but who are also open to new ideas and willing to challenge the status quo.
Exactly. It's about finding the right balance between experience and a fresh perspective. These companies are realizing that to stay competitive, they need to be willing to shake things up and embrace new ways of doing things.
So what can our listener, the entrepreneur who's tuned in to this deep dive, take away from all this? I mean, it's great to hear about these examples, but how can they actually apply these insights to their own ventures?
The biggest takeaway is that the entrepreneurial landscape is in a constant state of flux. It's not just about keeping up with the latest technology, it's about cultivating a mindset of continuous learning and adaptability. Be open to new ideas no matter where they come from. Sometimes the most unexpected innovations can be the most successful.
Okay, I'm getting that adaptability is key here. But are there any other trends that entrepreneurs should have on their radar beyond what we've already discussed?
One trend that's often overlooked but gaining significant momentum is the rising importance of sustainability. Consumers are becoming increasingly aware of the environmental and social impact of their purchasing decisions, and they're actively seeking out brands that align with their values.
That makes sense. We're definitely seeing more and more companies making sustainability a core part of their business model.
Exactly, and it's not just a marketing ploy. It's about creating businesses that are both profitable and purpose-driven. Consumers are looking for authenticity and transparency, and they're willing to support companies that are making a genuine effort to make a positive impact.
So how can entrepreneurs tap into this growing trend? Is it as simple as slapping a green label on their products?
It starts with truly understanding the sustainability concerns of your target market. What are their pain points? What are they looking for in a product or service? Once you understand their needs, you can start to develop solutions that address those needs in a sustainable way.
So it could involve using sustainable materials, reducing your carbon footprint, supporting ethical sourcing practices, or even giving back to the community.
Exactly. There are so many ways to incorporate sustainability into your business model, and the entrepreneurs who do it authentically and effectively will not only appeal to a growing segment of conscious consumers, but also contribute to a more sustainable future for everyone.
That's a great point.
I think that's a really encouraging trend to see emerging in the entrepreneurial landscape. It's a sign that businesses are starting to recognize that they have a responsibility to do more than just make a profit. They have the power to make a real difference in the world.
I love that. So we're talking about a future where businesses are more adaptable, more innovative, and more sustainable. That sounds pretty exciting to me.
It is an exciting time to be an entrepreneur. With the right mindset and approach, entrepreneurs can not only survive, but thrive in this rapidly changing world.
Okay, so let's recap for our listener. We've covered a lot of ground today talking about the shift towards diverse talent, the need to embrace AI as a tool, the disruptive potential of open finance, and the growing importance of sustainability. But what does this all mean for the entrepreneur who's listening to this right now? What's the one key takeaway they should walk away with?
I think the most important takeaway is this. Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. The old rules of business are being rewritten. The entrepreneurs who succeed will be the ones who are willing to experiment, to take risks, and to constantly push the boundaries of what's possible. Continuous learning is essential in today's rapidly evolving world.
All right, that's a great note to end on. So for our listener out there, the future is yours to shape. Stay curious, challenge assumptions, and never stop innovating. And that wraps up our deep dive into the trends shaping the entrepreneurial world.
Yeah, it's been great exploring these ideas with you.
Thank you for joining us on this journey.
And for those of you who want to stay ahead of the curve in AI, tech, and new markets, I highly recommend checking out Idea Data.